It's only April 12th, and here we sit, 80-degree temperature. You know, actually a little too dusty. We'll have to talk to the coaching staff here and get them to dust down this infield a little bit.
Yeah, a little water on there would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But boy, excited today. I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if we'll have as many hits and runs as the Baltimore Orioles and Oakland A's last night. I doubt it, to be honest.
Well, let's hope so, because we always like exciting offensive games. But we've got a couple of pretty good pitchers here today. Interestingly enough, I was looking at the county stats from the Frederick News Post, and I didn't see any Urbana players in any of the stats all the way across the board.
Well, and we have somebody from the Frederick News Post sitting right here to our right. I'll defend them unless process has changed. That is entirely submitted by the head coaches to the News Post.
Right.
And if they don't send anything in, none of the young ladies will make the list.
All right, well, that could be the explanation. So anyway, we're looking for some great softball here today. And no matter how you slice it, this is the number 2 softball team in the county against the number 3. So you're guaranteed to have some great softball. And our leadoff batter for Urbana is at the plate. And number 3, Betteridge, the left fielder for the Lady Hawks, batting right-handed.
Caitlin Betteridge, strong-looking athlete.
Well hit, base hit into right field. She rips one over the first baseman's head. And a leadoff single for the Hawks.
And we know Caroline Hinkleman pitching for Walker's really relies on changing speeds. We'll see how aggressive Urbana is at the plate and not let them mess up with their timing. And just that quickly, a little pop up to the shortstop. Maggie Hummer records the first out of the ball game.
Burge holds at first base. That'll bring Reef to the plate, the pitcher for the Hawks, batting right-handed. Called strike across the plate. Little off-speed stuff from Hinkleman. Carolyn pitching again. A low chopper to the shortstop. She has trouble handling it. Gets away from her, and the runner gets on.
Took a big hop, but one that Ella Montgomery would tell you she typically would handle.
It did hit that dirt and pop up a little bit higher than one would expect. Got her kind of right around the chin level, which was, do I turn my glove up or down? Off speed, outside, ball 1 to Majors, the first baseman for the Hawks. 1 out, runners on first and second here in the top of the first. No score. Another off speed, she jumps on at third base, can't get the force. So the bases are loaded with 1 out, and that's going to bring their cleanup batter, their number 1 hitter on the team, Majors, the first baseman, to the plate with the table set.
Actually, Majors was the previous hitter, Michael. This is Caitlin Crotty, designated player number 14.
Thank you. I need to pay better attention. We got Crotty and at the plate with Majors on first. Burge on second.
So we have another umpire that verbalizes a call and then shows the hand signal. So we'll have to be patient here to make the call. Fouls that one off, stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases jammed.
High High infield fly. Second baseman settles underneath it and makes the catch.
Say, you should have heard the umpires screaming infield fly
Right.
on that one, but either way, second out.
So that'll bring the center fielder Burley to the plate. 2 outs, bases loaded. Called strike right across the plate. Nice pitch from Hinkleman. Ball outside, 1-1 the count. Outfield playing in on Burley. High fastball throw to third, not in time. Runner gets back. 2-1 the count to Burley. Changeup, she handcuffs it to the second baseman, who makes a leaping catch to end the threat and protect her pitcher, and they don't get any runs on one hit.
Carson Barrick using all 5 foot 10 inches of that frame and a little leap to get that looping liner and record the third out of the inning.
That is it. So they strand 3 runners on, and we'll be back after this message.
Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates, located on Water Street in Thurmont, serving the community since 1993. Center of Life is dedicated to treating the whole you, and not just your symptoms: back pain, neck pain, injury, or you just want to improve your mobility and feel healthier. Dr. John Hageman's innovative approach to whole body health is completely unlike anything you have experienced. With convenient hours from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and afternoon hours only on Tuesday from 3 to 7:30 p.m. Center of Life is there for you. Center of Life is closed on weekends and Thursdays. Center of Life accepts all major credit cards and uses the honor system, so you pay what you can afford. What an amazing difference they will make in you today. Center of Life. Make an adjustment to your life today. Center of Life is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
All right, welcome back. Thank our sponsors for making this possible. We welcome 2 more new sponsors to our lineup. That's Catoctin Mountain Motorsports and 34 Auto Detailing, both located at Roddy Creek Road, and we're very fortunate to have them as new sponsors here on Cool Oldies 1450. The family is growing. Montgomery, the shortstop, leads off for the Lady Lions here in the bottom of the first. No score. High fastball, ball 1. The big pitcher, Reef. Where she rifles it, ripped up the shortstop makes a beautiful backhand
play.
stab. Throw to first in time. Wow. Nice defensive play.
Low Mackinac playing shortstop, and I thought that ball was up the middle.
Yeah, I started to say it's a
Range
base hit.
left.
Yeah.
Yep. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. 1 out.
That'll bring Lepianka to the plate. High fastball goes through the glove and to the screen. Gets away from the catcher. Change up.
2-0. Madison in a good position here. Be aggressive at the plate.
Well hit into center field. The center fielder comes in and makes the catch on the run. So Lepianka, who was 4 for 4 against Middletown on Monday, fails to get on in her first at bat.
Yep, just a little out in front of that change up, popped it up. Center fielder Cameron Burley there to make the play.
That'll bring the lead hitter in the county, Putnam, the third baseman, up to the plate here. She takes a fastball for a called strike across the plate.
After Monday's game, Haley's batting in a cool .555 on this season.
Triple Nichols. She handcuffs that one off to the screen. 0-2 the count to Putnam. Putnam also second in the county in RBIs with 10. Ooh, she fouled that one away. Off-speed pitch. She went out there and slowly brought her bat around just to stay alive, make contact.
Right now, Reef getting them a little off guard. The fastball is a little faster than they're expecting, and the changeup
Ooh, I think she tipped that one to the screen.
stays alive.
That isn't a lot of velocity on that fastball. Well,
I'm going to disagree.
it looks fast to me.
Oh, it is.
I couldn't hit
fast.
it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not able to catch up to the fastball right now, Walkersville, and then the changeup. They're overly aggressive on that, and they're out in front of it.
That one got away from her. Wild pitch to the screen. 1-2 the count to Putnam. Fouled away again.
Oh,
Swing and a miss. She got her on the off-speed stuff.
Yep.
So she fans Putnam. She goes down swinging. 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the first. We'll move to the top of the second, where we'll see Quartucci, McAnew, and Wilson come to the plate here to lead off for the Urbana Lady Hawks after this break.
Landscaping, locally owned and operated, winner 8 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Hawkins Landscaping is #1 with an array of full landscape site design, lawn maintenance, hardscaping, lighting, drainage, and more. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your landscape from a dream to reality. From the design through construction and into maintenance, Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you are looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your landscape, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615.
All right, we're back with you live. The leadoff batter here. Second, takes the ball low. Quartucci, the third baseman, number 15, at the plate. Change-up. Called strike. Sort of a delayed called strike.
I think she verbalizes, she being the home plate umpire, verbalizes and then gives that hand signal.
We just don't hear her because she doesn't have a loud voice.
So we just have to hold tight for a
Hold
second.
tight, right.
Two
That was
balls, 1 strike on that high changeup.
Back to the pitcher. Throw to first base. They got her.
Nice backhand stab there by Carolyn Hickelman on the one hopper. Settles her feet, throws a strike to first base. 1 out.
That'll bring the shortstop McAnew to the plate.
And a conference with the head coach.
So Coach Hinkelman for Walkersville takes a walk out to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Carolyn. The catcher, pitcher, and coach are all standing there in a little huddle on the pitcher's mound, for those of you in radio land. And now we're ready. McAnew takes a little practice cut and steps into the box.
Yeah. Madison calls her own pitches instead of having instruction from the dugout. So maybe coach just wanted to talk about strategy here.
Takes a high ball. Ball 1 to McAnew. Strike. That one grazes the outside edge of the strike zone. 1-1 the count. No score here, the top of the second at Walkersville High School. Fair ball down the first baseline into right field. It trickles.
Base hit, perfectly placed like a cue shot over Izzy Dietrich's head and drops on the outfield grass.
So with 1 out, we've got a runner on first. The batter is the second baseman for Urbana, Wilson. She shows bunt, takes a strike.
Second baseman Carson Barrett again, almost, now she backs up, anticipating bunt. Izzy Dietrich, the first baseman.
Yeah, first base moves
up.
in, looking for bunt. She hits away, base hit into right field. Here comes a runner around the third. The throw to third is a great one. See the call. Safe. She slid under the tag. What a beautiful throw from right field to third base.
Great throw, just a little to the third home base side of third base. Required third baseman Helly Putman to grab the ball and reach across her body, which basically enabled the runner McAnew to slide underneath the tag.
That takes us back around to the top of the order where Betteridge is at the plate. She's singled in her last at bat. She shows bunt, and the runner steals. And I didn't get the call on that.
Strike.
Called strike. 0-1 the count to Betteridge. Change up, she fouls it away. That'll move the count to 0-2 here. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Again, second inning in a row, Urbana is threatening. Whoa, got her looking. And the umpire took a bit to pull the trigger, and she finally did.
Yep.
So she goes down looking.
Outside corner or pitcher's pitch right there.
First strikeout of the day for Hinkelman. That brings Hummer to the plate. She takes a strike.
Maggie flew out to shortstop, first at bat.
Yep, strike 2. Hinkelman working that plate. Swing and a miss. I think she might have tipped that, but the catcher held on.
So Hinkelman works herself out of that jam again. Strands 2 runners this inning. No runs.
Well, we move to the bottom of the second inning, where the Lady Lions will bring Barrick, Dietrich, and Hinkelman to the plate after this message.
Service LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters, sump pumps, and well pumps and pressure tanks. Kelco Plumbing is certified and licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Call them today at 301-788-9791. That's 301-788-9791. Emergencies or planned repairs. Kelco Plumbing will go out of their way to explain exactly what needs to be done in simple, easy to understand solutions. When a plumber's work is done, well, everyone is happy. Remember, a good flush beats a full house every time. Kelco Plumbing is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
All right, here we go. Whoa, well hit into left field, down the line, and just in play. She slides into second. I thought she was going to stand up. The last second, she drops down into that slide. And so the leadoff batter, Barrick, knocks a double to get it going here in the bottom of the second.
Did the chalk fly there? That ball was right on the
It was close.
Outfield third base line as it dropped in. Hustling Barrick in the second.
She pushed it. That'll bring Dietrich to the plate. Her first at bat of the afternoon. The first baseman and possibly pitcher later on in this game. She came in last Monday in relief for Hinkleman.
Izzy a two-hit day against Middletown. Bumped her average up to 267 coming in today.
Fouled that one away. No out, runner on second. Low. That's a ball. No score here in the bottom of the second, but the go-ahead run on second base for the Walkersville Lions. Swing and a miss, and she got her. Dietrich goes down swinging. Now we go pitcher to pitcher. Hinkleman against Reese, her first at bat.
Carolyn batting 300. Bunt. Oh!
The runner goes back, and what happened? Is foul?
Bumped it into the air, and
Was
right
caught.
to the pitcher. Delaney Reef catches it for the out. Yep. Did not get the bunt to the ground.
So the bunt by Hinkleman, and that'll bring Offit to the plate. A right fielder with two out and a runner sitting out there on second. Steele at second. Got her. So they picked her off on the throw to third from second.
Yeah, Carson actually slid in safely to third on the outside of the base, and then came off the base, and third baseman stayed after her and took her out. So Offit will start the third inning for the Walkersville Lions.
And we'll stay with you here. We want to take a moment to thank our sponsors once again that made this possible. That's Catoctin Mountain Motorsports, Center of Life Chiropractic, Fredericktown Yamaha, Kelco Plumbing, 34 Detailing, and Thurmont Country Kitchen. Thank you for sponsoring today's excellent softball game. We'll be back with you again on Friday over at Middletown, where the #1 Catoctin Cougars baseball team, 10-0, will face the #2 Middletown Knights at Middletown, and that's set up to be a very good baseball game to bring you to end your week, your Easter spring break week.
See if we can catch it. In softball action, Catoctin at Liberty leads 4-0 early. See if the boys posted anything yet. And nothing yet.
So the pitcher Reef steps into the batter's box. She got on an error in her first at bat. Takes a changeup way outside from Hinkleman.
That was that slowest change that Caroline throws.
Fastball chopped back to the pitcher, throw to first, easy out.
Caroline fielding her position, records her second put out of the game. First baseman Carly Majors steps in for the Hawks.
Well hit deep into center field, and she makes the catch backhanded on the run over her shoulder. That was a great play by the center fielder for the Lions.
We're kind of getting used to seeing that out of that young lady.
Yeah, she robbed Catoctin of a couple. Remember that?
Yep.
A couple weeks ago?
Yep. That one there was going to probably bounce off the outfield fence if she didn't get to it, but she actually made that look easy with the wind blowing out a bit.
Hinkleman pulled the trigger and the changeup bounced off the plate. So 1-0 the count to Crotty. Another changeup. She hesitates, flinches, and then swings late. And having a little trouble. But Hinkleman's got all kinds of speed. I mean, she's got a slow changeup, a medium changeup, and a fast changeup. There's another one of those slow changeup for a called strike. 1-2 the count now.
In baseball, we call that a Follies floater. It gets in there so slow.
Fastball chopped away foul into the crowd. Crotty keeps it alive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that change of speed will do to you as a batter. You know, you hold back for the changeup, and then you can't catch up to the fastball. A little outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and she fanned her. So 3 up and 3 down here, the top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring Walkersville back to the plate with Offit, Swan, and Nabando after this message.
At Thurmont Country Kitchen, one recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thurmont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8
Alex has to
p.m.
hold on to that side, and Tyler holds on to that.
When Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thurmont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning
Over at Catoctin Walkersville.
Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thurmont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thurmont Country Kitchen. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
All right, we're back, and it is getting windy out here. As number 13, Offit takes a ball high and away from Reef. Fastball gets away from the catcher to the screen. 2-0 the count. Bottom of the third inning, no score so far. We've had a lot of runners on, but nobody across the plate yet. Fastball called strike at the knees. 2-1 the count now to the Lions. Right fielder swing, and she tipped it to stay alive in there. 2-2 now. Count evens up at 2. Base hit up the middle. Offit with a leadoff rip.
Yep. Solid line drive right over the pitcher's head into the center field. We'll see if Coach Hinkleman doesn't play a little small ball here as he works towards the bottom of the lineup and the leadoff runner on.
Speaking of center fielders, the Swan, the Lions center fielder at the plate now for her first at bat of the game. She check swings it back to the screen. You hear that play shouted out by Coach Hinkleman. Swinging away, she fouls that one away. 0-2 the count now to Swan. No outs, runner on first. Bottom of the third here at Walkersville. Fouled that one away again.
Staying alive.
Getting the bat on the ball, just got to straighten it out a bit. Swing and a miss. And there goes the runner down to second, and they got her. That catcher has picked off 2 Walkersville runners in a row.
I honestly thought she was safe. It's a tough call, but I thought she was safe.
That was a good, accurate throw. The slide, it was a bang call.
Tough call.
Indeed
Yep.
it was. That'll bring the left-handed batter to the plate for the Lions. She shows bunt and can't get it down. Number 7, the left fielder Worley, with 2 out in the bottom of the third. Worley trying to bunt her way on.
The entire Urbana infield is inside the base pass, expecting her to chop or bunt.
Check swing called strike. 0-2 the count.
Now they'll take a couple steps back with 2 strikes.
In outfield in. Playing her straight away. Fastball had everybody holding their breath. She gets the ball out of it. Worley. 1-2 the count. Low, ball 2. Swing and a miss. She threw a fastball up high, and Worley went after it. So she struck out 2 to end the inning. But not until we get 1 hit. No runs and no errors as we move to the top of the 4th inning now in a scoreless game here at Walkersville High School.
Take a serious look at Star Motorcycle, the coolest name in cruisers. Because right now at Fredericktown Yamaha, you'll get 3.99% financing for 36 months on any Star motorcycle. Like the all-new, breakout, fist in the wind Striker, or the totally customized, totally powerful Raider. Or let the sporty, value-packed V-Star 950 prove just how far your money can go. At Star Motorcycles, we build it, you make it your own. And with 3.99% financing for 3 years at Fredericktown Yamaha, making one your own has never been easier. Located at 5800 Urbana Pike, Frederick, Maryland. Visit FredericktownYamaha.com.
Finance offer subject to credit approval applies to purchase of used car.
All right, we are back here live with Burley at the plate. Burley fouled one off just now to move the count to 1-1. She chopped that one to the second baseman. She underhands it to first. And they get the leadoff batter.
Delaney Cortucci stepping in. Out pitcher to first, her first at bat.
She shows bunt and tips it away back to the screen. 0-1 the count to Cortucci.
This is the 16th batter for Urbana already in the game, the 4th inning. Walkersville on the opposite end has only played 9 batters, 2 hits, but both erased on catcher caught stealing by the catcher.
Yeah, some rifle arm from behind the plate for Urbana.
So actually Walkersville fortunate to be 0-0.
Bunt right to third base. She picks it up and Putnam throws to first.
Got her.
And they got her.
Second baseman Carson Barrett covering first on that one. So if you're scoring at home, it's a 5-4.
The Lions have also cleaned up the errors a little bit. They had a whole bunch of errors in the first inning. They cleaned that up.
That'll bring McAnew to the plate. The shortstop singled in her last at bat to right field as she steps into the batter's box with 2 out in the top of the 4th. No score here in this game. High fly ball out of play, rushing to try to get to it, and the first baseman and the right fielder collide in a heap, and then they pull each other up laughing. So
Foul
no
ball.
one gets it.
Yeah, it was not out of play. It was a foul ball, but there were 3 players, first baseman Izzy Dietrich, second baseman Carson Barrick, and right fielder Alexa Offit, all converging on that pop-up, and it drops to the turf.
0-1 the count to McAnew. Fouled it away over the dugout. That'll move the count to 0-2 here with 2 out in the top of the 4th. Urbana at the plate, trying to get something going here. Both these teams struggling to put runs across the home plate in this game. 0-0. Ooh, pulled the trigger on a changeup, caught her looking, And she struck her out. 3 up, 3 down. And we're moving fast in this one. We'll be right back after this message.
THU is the leader in high school sports broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the Western Mountains of Maryland to the Eastern Shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting.
Back here live with the leadoff batter for the Lady Lions here in the bottom of the 4th is Montgomery, the shortstop. She takes a high fastball for a ball.
Ella led off for the Lions in the bottom of the 1st with a sharp grounder to shortstop.
Called strike. Right at the knees, 1-1 the count to Montgomery. Wind blowing them strong out on this field. Get it in the air, it's liable to go. Swing and a miss. And boy, she went after that one. 1-2 the count now to Montgomery. Outfield playing straight away, but in. And she struck her out.
I think 4 pitches. That time, Delaney threw Ella 1 fastball.
5th strikeout of the game for Reef. That'll bring Lepianka to the plate, the catcher for the Lady Lions. Well hit deep into center field. She settles underneath it and makes the easy out.
Madison out in front of that changeup too. One-handed that out into short center field.
Putnam steps in, fouls one away, and her second at bat. She struck out in her first at bat. She rips one down the right field line, foul. Oh, 0-2 the count now to the third baseman for the Lions. As you said, batting .555.
Coming in, yep.
Fouled away. Putnam stays alive. Chop to the second baseman. She throws to first. And again, we go 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back after this break.
Taking it to overdrive.
Where do you get your real-time information? information, news, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, or traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com, a live information window to Frederick County.
All right, we are back with Wilson in the box batting for the Lady Hawks. She takes a called strike on a changeup. The second baseman singled in her first at bat.
Coming on top of us.
And it hits the 10. Thank goodness for the 10.
Yep, Charlotte's base hit in the first inning, perfectly placed down that first base line. I prefer she keeps hitting them that way.
Outside. Ball one. 1-2 the count now to Wilson. Tipped foul to the screen. Wilson hangs in there. Got a good crowd here at the game for spring break. School's out this week. Kids enjoying a little summer. Change up, ripped into left field, right into the glove on a line drive to the left fielder.
Well played, Lindsay Worley. Settled under that line drive into left field.
That'll bring Berg to the plate. Struck out in her last at bat. She takes a changeup outside. Ball one to the left fielder. Tipped foul.
Kaylin 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Base hit in her first at bat. Struck out looking in the second inning.
1-1 the count. That one hit into center field. The center fielder comes over and makes the catch on the run. And the defense holds. Robbing Burge of a pretty nice hit.
Yeah. Well, if there's a chance for Anna Swan to make a play in center field, I believe she's going to make it.
Well, she's made two good plays today. That was one of them.
Keep the ball on the ground when you hit in her direction.
Change up low. Ball one to Hummer.
Maggie looking for her first hit this afternoon. 0 for 2.
That one a hopper to the shortstop. She gloves the throw to first in time, and 3 up, 3 down they go here. It's moving along quickly, and we go to the bottom of the 5th here at Walkersville, where the Lions will bring Barrick, Dietrich, and Hinkleman to the plate. Hopefully we can get something going here and get some runs on the board. We're at a 0-0 tie.
Kentucky protects unborn children. This is Matt Staver with Freedom's Call. The Kentucky Supreme Court has ruled that the state's 2 pro-life laws should remain in place and sent the case back to the lower court. Just days after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey on June 24, 2022. Kentucky's 2 abortion facilities and an OB/GYN doctor sued Kentucky after the state's trigger law and 6-week abortion ban became law. The trigger law criminalizes abortion in all circumstances except in medical emergencies that threaten the life of a woman. The 6-week heartbeat law bans abortion after the 6th week of pregnancy, typically when the baby's heartbeat is first detected. Praise God for the tide that is turning to protect all human life. The right to life is the right of all rights. Without that right, all other rights are meaningless. Stay informed at Liberty Counsel's website, lc.org/life. That's lc.org/life.
All right, we are back here live. I just took one for the team. I was looking away and didn't see. They got away from the outfield that was playing catch, and the ball snuck under the table and whacked me right in the shin.
What do they call that? Friendly fire?
Friendly fire, yes. The second baseman, Barrick, at the plate, takes a high fastball for a ball.
Carson with the double down the left field line, her initial at bat.
Check swing strike. She broke her wrists on that one. 1-1 the count to Barrick. Here in the bottom of the 5th, no score. We're at 0-0, and there's an infield fly that the first baseman easily handles, and Barrick goes down. That'll bring Dietrich to the plate for her second at bat of the afternoon. Izzy stretches those arms and bat and steps into the box. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Good swing there by Izzy, just a little bit off the mark on that fastball. Foul tip. No balls, 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Delaney Reef has Izzy set up.
High off speed. Ball 1. 1-2 the count now. Fastball low, ball 2. She just checked that ball, third base gloves it, throw to first. They got her.
Third baseman Delaney Cartucci jumped on that spinning bounder.
That'll bring the pitcher Hinkleman to the plate. Looking back to her coach for the signal, and she steps into the batter's box.
Coach Hinkleman let the bat lead through. Catch up to that fastball and give it a ride. Left field plays shallow over here. Center field medium depth with the wind blowing out.
Called strike. Catches the outside of the strike zone there. 1-1 the count.
Coach Hickleman showing a little frustration. I could be wrong here. I think he wants his players to attack that fastball because they're not going to get too many of them. They're letting a lot of them go by.
Fouled away. That'll move the count to 1-2 with 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. No score. Swing and a miss.
Foul tip. Off the catcher's glove. And coach is checking on her, making sure that thumb's okay. Kind of looked like it bent the glove back in her hand. Short conversation with Maggie. She's ready to go.
In the right field, it drops in for a base hit. And Hinkleman with a 2-out single into right field.
And running courtesy runner for pitcher Hinkleman.
That'll bring Offit to the plate. She's singled in her last at bat.
Carson Obando is the runner at first now.
High fastball throw to first. Not in time.
Carmen. Check that. Carmen Obando at first base. Ooh.
Fastball called strike. Check swing. That'll even the count at 1 apiece. 2 out. Runner on first. Bottom of the 5th. No score. Strike 2 to Offit. Low, ball 2. Offit showing good patience at the plate. High infield pop-up and caught by the first baseman out of in play, but foul for the last out. So we had 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and we leave a runner stranded on first as we move to the top of the 6th inning, and this game slowly moving towards perhaps some extra innings. We'll be right back.
Plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tune you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
All right, we're ready to go. Well hit deep into center field, and the center fielder gets underneath it. I thought that ball looks like it jumps off the bat, but I don't know if the wind's holding up or it's just my angle.
Your angle. That was a looping fly ball that Anna Swan had to run in and catch.
I guess I'm being overly optimistic trying to get something going here. It looked well hit to me. But it was an easy out. So Reef goes down on the F8. That'll bring Majors to the plate. What a play by the second baseman.
Wow.
A diving catch to rob Majors of a base hit.
Again, Carson Barrick using all 5 foot 10 inches of that frame, laying out, diving towards first base just on the edge of the outfield grass, snags that line drive for the second out of the inning.
Crotty, she rips one to the second baseman. She picks it up, underhand throw to first, and they go quickly 3 up and 3 down, and we don't get very deep at all in that pitch count for that inning, do we?
Yep, about 6 pitches, I believe. Caroline threw that time. over at Liberty, Catoctin Lady Cougars softball 11-1 in the third inning. So they're continuing in their dominant
third
ways.
inning, 11-1?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay. So 3 up, 3 down. We'll stick with you on this one. Walkersville coming to the plate now here in the bottom of the 6th. But I have Swan, Worley, and Montgomery to get this one going.
Yep. Delaney Reef working quickly through this Lions lineup. Only one above the minimum. So it's been 15 outs and only 16 batters.
And she's working, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. And the last 3 strikeouts were the next 3 batters.
Yep. See if they don't change their approach a little bit at the plate.
Center fielder batting right-handed steps into the box. Takes a fastball, foul tipped into the umpire's screen. She takes off the mask. She's checking her forehead there, walking towards the pitcher. I think she took one on the head.
Yeah, tipped off the catcher's glove back into her mask.
She's holding her forehead there.
Taking a little walk around. She's looking for someone to take her place. Michael, you ready?
No, I'm not. My umpiring days are over. I umpired one game in Little League and when I was a teenager and got accosted by the parents in the grocery store afterwards.
Did they eject you from the game?
Yeah, that was not a fun game for me. That was a high fastball. That moves the count to 1-1 now. Swan, the leadoff batter. Swing and a miss. Fouled away. Swan keeps it alive. No out. Bottom of the 6th. Fouled away.
Staying alive.
Yep. As Coach Franklin for Catoctin says, what, another one?
Yep,
another pitch, he says. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Chop to the shortstop. She gloves it, throw to first.
Oh, nice.
And they got her.
Slow roller, but the shortstop, Urbana's shortstop, Lo McAnoo, picks that up and throws a strike to first base to get the speedy Swan.
That'll bring the left fielder Worley to the plate, batting left-handed. She lays down a bunt back to the pitcher, throw to first, plenty of room. They got her. That's a nice-looking defense there for the Hawks.
Yep, yeah, they're cleaning everything up on the infield.
Top of the order now, Montgomery, the shortstop, heads to the plate. And they go up 1-2-3. And we move to the 7th and final inning in the regular game here. Somebody needs to get on the board here. so we can get to dinner on time. All right, we'll be right back.
This can be a busy time of year, running around getting ready for company, visiting friends, or spending time enjoying family. We are all too familiar with a growing list of errands that need our attention. Gary the barber knows how busy life can get, and so he makes sure that your convenience and a great haircut are first on his list. Call Gary the barber today. Gary the barber has hours to accommodate any busy schedule. 301-305-7895.
Hey everyone, Gary the Barber is open for business. Just call 301-305-7895 to make an appointment right away. That's 301-305-7895. Get a great haircut today.
All right, we are back with you live as a base hit is drilled in the center field. The leadoff batter for the Urbana Hawks, number 13, Burley, with a single to get it going.
Nice line drive, kept it down low to the ground. Anna Swan, no chance to catch it in the air. Cuts that ball off and holds Burley to a single.
Go ahead runner on first now as Quartucci steps into the batter's box.
Walkersville expecting the sacrifice bunt attempt. First and third in tight.
She pulls the bat, throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Big cloud of dust over there on first base where Burley dove back head first to the bag.
Catcher Lumpianka with a strong throw. Carson Barrick rolling in behind the base runner.
Chopped back to the shortstop. Can't make the throw. Back to second. Runner tags okay. So what are we going to roll that? Is that a base hit?
Base hit.
Quartucci with a little infield dribbler.
Yep, caught Walkersville with a bunt rotation on. And then when the ball was not bunted, no one covered first base.
And so Quartucci moves the runner down to second. And here comes Coach into the mound.
Yeah, that's Coach Barrick, assistant coach. Now, I think they're going to talk about the defensive plan here.
No out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the seventh inning. Urbana hoping to put a runner across the plate for the first time in this game to take the lead in their last at bat potentially of this game if they can get one in. Depending on Walkersville, what they do in their last at bat.
Mackinac steps in for Urbana. 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
She lays down a bunt. Foul ball.
Foul ball down the first baseline.
Okay. So it trickles foul as McAnew laid one down. The runners hold at first and second. No outs. 0-1 the count to McAnew. She adjusts her back pocket there and steps in. Infield in.
Second base and third base in tight.
Swung away way out in front of that one. Strike. 0-2 the count now. Hinkleman out in front. Let's see what she delivers. Wind, kick, and it's hit into center field. The center fielder makes the catch. The runners hold. So the defense holds on that one as McAnew drives it into center field. That'll bring Wilson to the plate. She singled in her last at bat. 1 out, runners on first and second. Shortstop can't handle it. Throw to third, not in time. The runner gets back, and the bases are loaded.
Another one of those bounding, spinning balls. Ella, shortstop, not able to control it. I'm not sure exactly why the umpires are conferring, unless the base umpire thought there was some type of runner interference.
Mm-hmm.
But they play on with the bases loaded. Top of the order for the Hawks. Ooh.
Berg at the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. She steps in. Called strike from Hinkleman. 0-1 the count to Berg. Urbana threatening here in the top of the 7th with the bases loaded and 1 out. Base hit. Shortstop can't handle it. Throw to first in time. The run scores. So a sacrifice RBI sends the batter in, and we have the first run of the game as Burley crosses the plate. Berg is out at first. Two out. Runners on second and third. Hummer at the plate. The catcher for the Lady Hawks with a 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Chop to the short, throw to first. They got her. Man, it is getting fierce out here with the wind. Every time the runner, I think those infield singles are happening because of the dust storm in the face of these players trying to field the ball with a mouthful of dirt. That's tough, but they get the last out of the inning, but not until the Urbana Hawks put one across the plate on 3 hits, 1 run, and no errors. We move to the bottom of the 7th. And Walkersville does not want to go down on another 1-0 loss here like they did a couple weeks ago at Catoctin.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to manufacture a run here. Now they do step into the plate. There are 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup who have had decent contact, just not rewarded with too many hits and obviously
and a
no
couple
runs.
of pickoffs didn't help either.
Yep. So Madison Lampianco, she has home run power. Not too many here early this season, but if she could get one up in the air with this wind blowing, could easily tie it up. And then you got the dangerous Putnam and Carson Barrick, who's already put up a double today. So not going to be easy for the Hawks, who are playing great defense, especially on the infield. All the ground balls are scooping clean and solid throws to first base for the putouts.
All right, Lepianka at the plate now. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Urbana leads it 1-0. Called strike. Coach is moving the outfield out. Wants to keep everything in front of him.
Yep.
A roller gets away from Reef.
If
1-1 the count.
Outfielder right now, you want to play everything in front of you, hold them to a single, not let that tying run get in scoring position.
Oh, a one hopper to the third base. She gloves it, throws to first. And that was a nice defensive play by number 15, Quartucci, for the Hawks.
Madison hit that ball squarely, but infielder makes a nice play. Delaney Quartucci, roaming over here at third base.
That'll bring Putnam to the plate. Putnam 0 for 2 on the day. Whoa! Oh my. We just lost our tent.
Nice catch, Tyler. So as we were readjusting, the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Putnam at the plate for the Lions with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Putnam takes the ball low and away. Full count now to the third baseman. 1 out, no runners on. Swing, she tips it. So she stays alive in the count. Hit into right field. It drops. Foul.
Haley fought that one off, pushed it down the first base line, but foul ball.
Still full count to Putnam. Chop foul. Hanging in there. High, ball 4 as Putnam trots down to first base. So a good at-bat as she takes Reef deep in the count and draws the walk to keep the hopes alive for the Lions. And now here comes Coach Hewson out to the pitcher's mound to talk to his pitchers and his team.
And that's the first walk of the game for either team. Pitchers just showing how great of a game both pitchers are doing here today.
Barrick will bat. 1 for 2 on the day. The second baseman with a good strong bat. Let's see if they do anything with Putnam to try to get her in the scoring position here. Foul ball out over the dugout, hits the top of the dugout and bounces out of play. That'll make it 0-1, the count to Barrick. 1 out, runner on first. Bottom of the 7th, and the Hawks lead it 1-0. Swing and a miss. So now Reef can kind of work around this batter out in front on the count 0-2, and obviously they're not going to try any steals here because they've learned about that arm, that catcher's arm there. Urbana already picked off 2. Throw to first, gets away, but they manage to keep the ball in play, and Putnam holds.
Yeah.
So is that a strikeout?
Yes.
So Barrett goes down swinging, and the Hawks 1 out away from a win here with Dietrich at the plate.
Izzy with a one hopper to third base, her last at bat. Struck out her first at bat. Ball gets by.
But Putnam goes down to second base on the pass ball. And now Walkersville with a runner in scoring position. As Dietrich walks down the third base line to Coach Hinkleman, they discuss their strategy. The catcher for Urbana, Hummer, comes out to speak to Reef, and they discuss the pitching strategy for this batter, Dietrich. So let me set it for you. We get 2 outs and a runner on second. That's Putnam, who got on a walk and then a pass pitch down to second. And they run a drink out to the pitcher.
Is that an official visit?
I think so.
Probably wanted to get some of the dust
Dirt
and
out of
dirt
her
out
mouth.
of her mouth.
Yeah, a
that
little-
we're all catching.
A little dirt rinse. Here we go. High drama here. Fastball. Called strike. 1-1 the count to Dietrich. Walkersville's been in this position before. Swing and a miss.
Nice.
Might have gotten a
swing.
little
tip.
tip of it, yeah.
Yep.
But that still moves the count to 1-2 now.
Save. Hard hit to the outfield. Could be a play at the plate. Putnam have to get a great jump to score on a hard hit.
High fastball. Ball 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Dietrich trying to keep Walkersville hopes alive.
It's the 4-3.
The grounder to second, throw to first, and that's it. The last out of the inning, and Urbana comes away with a squeaker on a 1-0 victory against Walkersville here. At Walkersville. Walkersville's second 1-0 loss in as many games. We'll be back after this message, our final break here for our post-game wrap-up after this.
And Backhoe Service LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters, sump pumps, and well pumps and pressure tanks. Kelco Plumbing is certified and licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Call them today at 301-788-9791. That's 301-788-9791. Emergencies or planned repairs, Kelco Plumbing will go out of their way to explain exactly what needs to be done in simple, easy to understand solutions. When a plumber's work is done, well, everyone is happy. Remember, a good flush beats a full house every time. Kelco Plumbing is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
All right. We are back here live at Walkersville High School. Congratulations. The Hawks victorious 1-0. Duel all the way down to the wire. able to put one across in the top of the 7th inning to take a 1-0 lead and the win just on the solid pitching by Reef here.
Solid pitching. She only faced 23 batters. I have her unofficially giving up 3 base hits, 1 walk, and there were 2 runners caught stealing by the Lions catcher Maggie Hummer with great throws to second and third base to catch runners, and they were probably big. You never know what happens, but you hate to erase runners in that situation when you're facing a pitcher like Delaney.
Yeah, you do. And, truthfully, this game was just a great game. I mean, it seemed like, no runs, 0-0 for 6 innings, but this is the kind of ball that you want to see. This is the kind of where there's a lot of strategy involved. Your coaches have to coach, the players have to play, they have to execute, and it's all about defense, and defense wins games.
Yeah, and uncharacteristically, easy for me to say, right? The Lions didn't handle some of the ground balls in the infield like they typically do, which helped set up some of the scoring situations for Urbana. Again, they only did get one across the plate tonight, but yeah, 1-0. If you're Walkersville, you have to find a way to manufacture runs in this situation, like against Catoctin, here at Urbana, with these strong pitchers, because this is the pitching you're going to see if you make a state playoff run. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to somehow figure out a way to get some runs.
Well, it's hard for us to judge how good a team this Urbana team is, even though we saw them ranked in 3rd place. We didn't have any stats on them. We didn't have any rosters. We had nothing, and there's nothing in the paper about their games except for maybe a couple of write-ups in the roundup. So
right,
not a lot to go on. But this is a good team,
a solid team, and that's why the News Post ranks them 3rd in the county. They're good to be a good 4A team. They always are a solid program. So yeah, this is the kind of game, and when we talked to Coach Hinkleman preseason about some of his most challenging games this season, he did send this one back as Urbana. So he expected this scenario.
Yeah, I remember that.
Believe.
Yeah. All right, well, we move on to what I think will be another great matchup between Catoctin and Middletown, this time baseball at Middletown. And, we just don't know what to expect. The number 1 and number 2 teams in the county face each other. It's got to be, there's going to be some fireworks.
Yeah, and, with baseball, unlike softball, when you come to the field, typically you're going to see the same pitcher all the time. With baseball, there's probably 3 or 4 starters, so it depends who in the rotation we see. We're kind of expecting to see Peyton Castello for the Cougars. Have no idea who will be in the rotation for the Knights. That sometimes kind of talks about the matchup you end up with. But yeah, 2 solid programs, ranked number 1 and 2 by the Frederick News Post here mid-season. So yeah, it should be a great ball game over there in Middletown.
And Coach Franklin has been working some new pitchers into the rotation. He had Logan Malakowski, the wide receiver for the football team, pitch for his first time in relief. He did an admirable job pitching in relief for McManus last week, and Gavin Watkins with good relief pitching.
Yeah, and to get through the high school season, you need 5, at least 5 pitchers that can give you the innings because of the pitch count set by the state, and you don't want to overthrow these young men. And if you're playing 2, sometimes 3 games a week, you need 5 pitchers. So Franklin's building that depth, as all the high school programs need to.
So a great week for us here in the broadcast booth as we bring you 3 fabulous games. We had a great game here on Monday, a real squeaker here tonight, and we expect a very, very competitive game on Friday. First pitch, 4:30 p.m. here during spring break. That's it. Great game. Thank you. Good job, guys. Tyler Wilhelm at the video, Coach Rick on color, myself, Michael B., play-by-play. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget this game archived in its entirety and available in YouTube or on our website, WTHUradio.com. Thank you. Have a great next 2 days, and we'll see you Friday.
Good night, all.
Don't worry, if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast, all of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.